So it's been almost a week now. I'm sure some of you guys have been already aware of this, but if you guys don't already know, we got the Ten Rai at long last in the prototype shop. So to some people, this is pretty expensive, but if you guys have been playing for about a year or two or so, everyone should have enough left over from previous seasons, assuming you stayed around for years or whatever. But some of you guys should have enough, especially when they give out so many freebies. There's enough. There should be enough, especially when you have these things right here. Like you claim that, go over here, and then press on these things, do analyze max. That's like 680 right there. This right here is 380. That's like 1,000 right there from just like doing nothing. So, or at least have enough to buy some of them, but not all of them, just some of them. This right here is a Ten Rai. So slap all that up. Boom. We got 50 right there. So that is pretty nice. Should have saved that for a video though, but whatever. I'll just save that for a thumbnail, whatever. Right, the Ten Rai. So this right here is gonna be a massive upgrade to a lot of people that don't have a Ten Rai right now. It's a really, really good dive bomber. Really, really good. As of right now, it is pretty much the best one you can get that's not super limited for your general like content or whatever. Like we have the Sky Raiders from Yorktown's event, but this is super limited. There's only one available as of right now. And it's pretty much only for light and medium armor. It's not meant for heavy armor. So yeah, and right now we have like Arizona Meta, who you need to do heavy armor damage to, so anyways, though, this plane right here, this dive bomber right here is a pretty big plane. Now, this plane right here, if you guys are using it, can slot onto many ships that you're using, like pretty much everything. But this video is going to talk about primarily on the best usage for this plane, on who to slap it on for to get the most value out of it. So, this right here, Ten Rai. The ships that you want to use this on are basically your heavy hitters, your bossing ships. Some good examples are like Hakuryu, Shinano. Those planes are really, really good on it. Now, Hakuryu also needs a IJN plane, so it doesn't have to be Ten Rai. You can use like Ryuseis or something for torpedo bombers and work perfectly fine. But Ten Rais are definitely the plane you want to have a slot onto her because you don't lose out on anything as much. So Ten Rai is really, really good on Hakuryu. It's also really good on Shinano as well too. So if you have those two, pretty much slap it on one of them, primarily on Hakuryu, so she gets her little buff or whatever, and you're pretty much good to go. Now there are some other cannons as well too that are very, very niche that also works out as well too. A good one is Aquila. I'm not sure if people still use Aquila anymore in PvP. I want to assume that people still do use her in PvP. She is a really, really good candidate to have this plane right here. So I had money, I'll just go ahead and make it plus 10 or something. I don't care. I'll make it plus 10. But she's a really good candidate for PvP usage because Ten Rai is really, really good for damage in PvP, so can't go wrong with it. It's really, really good. She has preload, boom, big damage. Can't go wrong with it. Aside from that, though, there are other bossers that work really, really well with Ten Rai as well, too. Enterprise, Arc Royal are some good examples for planes that can use these Ten Rais. Basically, any heavy hitting bossing ships are gonna really, really want this Ten Rai. But your main focus of it right now is Shinano and Hakuryu, primarily Hakuryu. Those have the biggest priorities when it comes to the Ten Rai. After that, PvPers want to have it on Aquila. He's really, really good to have it on as well too. Otherwise, your other bossing ships as well too, like Enterprise, Arc Royal, August von Parsifal, can also really benefit from having this Ten Rai. So pretty much anyone that does big damage is where you want to have this. Is a really, really good dive bomber. Eon's better compared to the Hell Diver. By all means, it is just that good. So wherever you want to have a Hell Diver is where you want to have a Ten Rai. Just keep in mind that this dive bomber is really slow. Now, it's not as slow as the Sky Raiders, but it's still pretty slow. If we were to compare this to a Hell Diver, it is about the same speed, a little bit slower, but still pretty slow for the most part, though. So if you want to do some like playing around like having the Ten Rai user go last. You just toss that onto her, and you're good to go. This plane though, absolutely phenomenal, amazing damage. If I were to talk about it individually right here, we have some really good mods on this plane. 80 by 110 and 130 on this, 510 on the damage, area effect 25, and these right here are 800 kg AP bombs. So that's like 1,700 pounds, give or like roughly around there. It's a lot. If you guys don't know, a hell diver has 2 500 pounds and 1 2,000 pound. So that's the difference right there. About one of these is about the same as a 2,000 bomb because the damage is higher, and the mods are higher, even though it doesn't weigh as much. So it's basically the same thing as this right here. Well, probably better, honestly. And there's 3 of them. So it's really, really good versus the Helldiver here, which has 2 500s and the 1 2000, which is the best bomb, but the 2 500s is extra damage. So it's eons better. When you have this on a bossing ship, it's going to do a lot more damage. A lot more damage. So good luck to everyone getting this plane. I know if you're a new player, you're going to have problems getting this plane. Don't worry about it too much. It's just like a nice upgrade from going from a Helldiver to a Ten Rai. You can slowly work on that. But to a lot of the old players out there, it's basically a free Ten Rai for you. And if you have 2 or 3, if you have 1 or 2 right now, having a second or third one is going to be a very, very nice power spike for all the bossers out there by all means. So good luck to you guys getting that plane out there. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.